Story O. Jackalse takes O. Wolf a sheep stealing. The children had been privately discussing for several days the state of things as between O. Jackalse and O. Wolf, and the verdict came out on this hot midday as they sat beside old Hendrik under the big mimosa. "Oh, Wolf was always such a big fool," protested the eldest boy, with the wondrous contempt of his years. "Such a fool to let that Jackal best him every time, like he did." "Well," admitted old Hendrik with a grin, Wolf he might look out a bit perhaps, when he come near Jackalse. But den, I tell you, dairy Jackalse is just dat slim dear ain't no slimmer. If you want to keep ahead o' him you'd to get up so early dear ain't no time to go to bed, and den you'd only see his heel dust away yonder. Look dat time when Jackalse got Wolf into goin' a sheep stealin' wid him. What you want fairer dan dat look at de start. And den what about de finis of it? Times is been a lot better many a time dan day was den. De rinderpest was gone right enough, but de game was mighty scarce yet, and if Jackalse want to live on meat he had go mostly stalkin' round farmers' crawls for sheep. But him bein' doin' it on his lonesome he ain't had so much luck as he tink he'd like to have. One crawl specially he just would like to get into, and dear he tink he'd have de biggest feed of his life. It's right to get into it some night and fill hissif up to de eyes wid meat, but dear's de mornin' after, dat's de trouble. De mornin' after de man's a-goin' to find out what's happen, an' he'll get his dogs an' hunt for de one dat did it. And Jackalse he's a-goin' to be too full o' feed to be hunted dat next mornin'. Huntin' ain't a-goin' to agree wid him at all dat next day. But he wants dat feed, and he don't want to get catched. Dat's two tings, and he tink, and study, but it all come back to de one ting, he'll just had rope Wolf into de game if he's a-goin' to do it at all. Well, he wrong about, and he dodge about till at last he see Wolf a-comin'. Den he turn his back to him and make like he's a slinkin' and a stalkin' otter something. Dat set Wolf a-wonderin', and he sit down and watch Jackalse a-stealin' and a-feelin' through de bushes till he's most out o' sight. Tell you what, esses Wolf to hissif, dairy Jackalse is otter something good, I know. I's better watch him and see if dear ain't something in it for me too. So up he get an stock on otter Jackalse, and Jackalse he don't let on but just keeps on a-walkin' and a-balkin' till he comes to where he can see dat crawl he's a-wantin' at. Dear he get behind a big stone where Wolf ain't a-gun to see him till he step out right alongside him. Wolf he keep on a-stalk and a-stalkin', till all an eye open he find hissif rubbin' ribses wid Jackalse, and he's dat 'stonished dat he catch his brief, and he don't know de fust word to say. But Jackalse open on him wid de biggest wide open smile. Esses he, so dat's you, is it? And you stalks me like dat, does you? By de Jiminy, I allies did say you was about de Slim's ol' talkar. On de Velt. Well, dat's good, dat is, to catch me like dat. And now you's found me out I suppose I'll to own up. Dat is de crawl I's a-gun to get de big feed out o'. But I don't mind anyhow, deer's enough for de two of us, and 40 times over if dat's all. And tonight's a gun, to be just de right night as well. Oh, Wolf he's dat shamed at bein' catched like dat, and dat glad o' gettin' off so good, dat he sit right down and talk growly to save his feelin' s. Ho! You s's deer's enough for de two on us, does you? Dat's how many? You count 'em when you sees 'em by and be, s's o, Jackalse. You wait here till it gins to get night and den you'll see de sheep yust make dairy crawl white. And fat, dey's yust so fat dey waddles. Is dey? Oh, Wolf fair feel his back begin to rise. And you tinks will get 'em right, s's he. Get 'em? S's o, Jackalse, like dat is a ting to say. You yust wait and see. Well, deer day wait and deer day watch, and deer when de sun drop day see de sheep draw into de kraal, and see de farmer come out and look 'em over, and otter dat him and de boy go off to supper and sleep. Den it drop dark and come midnight. Now we go down, s's o, Jackalse. So down day goes, and day comes to de kraal, movin' as quiet as shadows and as soft as de dark, and day's yust dat light and empty day yumps on to de kraal wall like birds a-lightin'. Den day drops down, and deer day begins to eat. Day eats one sheep and day eats two sheep, and den o, Jackalse he draw off dat quiet dat o, Wolf don't hear, and he crawl to de water let hole at de bottom o de kraal wall, and tries if he still not swell too much to slip out through dat hole, 'cause he knows right well day's buffet too full to yump back over de kraal wall. But he finds dat's right. He can get out easy yet, so he go back and he has mo feed. And dat way he keep on and on, eatin' fust and den tryin' if his tummy ain't too big yet to slip true, till at last he kang oni yust scrape true wid scratchin' till he's black in de face. Pity I ain't shav all my sideses, s's he, den I could slip true yust one time mo. Dem sheep day is so fat. Well, deer's de man and de dogs to tink on now, and dis is de time he want Wolf for. He knows Wolf's gone on eatin', till he fair couldn't hardly get out o de gate if it was open, let alone true de waterlet hole, not if de dogs had hole of his tail. And dat's yust what Jackalse been figorin' on. So now he slink away into de bushes close by, and den he change his voice and begin to call out, "Boss! Boss! Wolf in de kraal! Boss! Boss! Wolf's in de kraal! Deer, s's he to hissif, I'm right now. De man and his dogs, find Wolf in de kraal, and dey'll know all about who done it, so dey won't be lookin' for anybody else. Deer won't be no huntin' otter me, dat's what I couldn't stan, yust now. It's mo, dan I ought to had do is to walk, let alone run, out o dis, s's he. But he had walk some anyhow, 'cause de man he's heard de shouts, and he wake up, and his dogs and his Corona boys, and dey all rush out for de kraal. Wolf he hear 'em comin'. And he make a slope for de waterlet hole, and he dive head fust into dat. De head part's right. Deer ain't no trouble about dat part goin' in. But his body. Allah crotch tea, man. But dat body ain't a gun to begin a goin' into, let alone true dat hole. An fust ting he know de man has him eff'em behind. Well, I's tole you mo, Dan once o de lamens and de bashens o wolfs had afore dat, and he's been knock pretty sick in his time. But all de biffeen st bashens what he ever had was yust pettin' and strokin' alongside o what he get dis time, till at last, when de dogs tink days worried de last life outen him, and de man tinks he's kill, all der is in him, den de Corona boys pick up de carcass and chuck it over de wall on to de veld outside, and dere it lie, lookin' de deadest ting dat ever was alive, while de man and de boys and de dogs go back to sleep. Oh, Jackalse he's been a watchin' all dat, and along about de break o' day he see o wolf stir a leg. Den come sun up and wolf stir his tail, and otter dat it ain't but a little while, for he pulls de pieces of hissif togader and gins to crawl off somehow, 'cause he know if de man find him lyin' deer when he get up he'll skin him for a caress. Oh, wolf's off for home now, S's Jackalse to hissif. So's I, but I ain't a walkin'. Dat, you'd be too bad, I's dat full. Watch me now, and he wink to hissif dat same ol' wink. Well, wolf he drag hissif along, and he hump hissif along, and he wish hissif along, and den of a sudden he come plump right onto Jackalse, lyin' lookin' like he's quite de nex, skyline toter side dead. By de Jiminy, S's wolf, dead or ain't dead, I's yust a gun, to bite his ear off for shoutin' out de farmer and de dogs onto me. I will dat. But he hadn't no sooner come closer to worry him dan Jackalse open his eyes. Ho, says he. So dat's how you pay me for lettin' you come along o' me, and givin' you a fair old gorge, is it? Fust you gets all you can stuff, and den you shouts to de farmer dat Jackalse is in de crawl. And out he comes and de dogs, and days most killed me de deadest Jackalse ever was. Allah crotch tea. I's no better dan trust you anoder time if ever I gets over dis, says he, and he kick out one leg wid a yerk as if he's goin' a deader. Wolf he's fair knock, back on his tail wid de 'stonishment. Well, I be jiminied, says he. When I hear you wid my own years shoutin', wolf in de crawl, and now you try to come over me dat I shout de farmer out to you. Dat's a good on, dat is. Does you mean dat I didn't hear you a shoutin' de farmer dat I was in de crawl? Snarl, Jackalse, like he want to know what next. And does you mean to say I didn't hear you a shoutin' de farmer dat I was in de crawl? Growl, wolf. Jackalse make like dey'll be tellin' him dem ain't his own years nex. Look up me, wolf, says he. Dis yere's mighty funny. Somedy must ha shouted somedys in de crawl, else how come de man out and bash me like I is? Who could ha done it if it wasn't you? NLESS, by Jiminy, says he, enlessin it's Derry Bavayan. I seen him. Chained up deer by de house, and he look mighty sour at me 'cause I's loose. But I didn't tink he'd a done it on us, did you now? Well, wolf he gun to go back in his mind on all de tings what Bavayan's done in time past, and he gin to tink he ain't so suay but what it's yust de sort ting Bavayan would do if he got de off chance. If I'd only a seen Derry Bavayan, says he, I bet I'd a done something. Yes. But now dear's de gettin' home, S's oh, Jackalse. You's right, you can travel, but me, I don't know what I's a gun to do, as bad as I is. Oh, Wolf he tink it over. He's yust about so bad hisif he couldn't feel no badder. But oh, Jackalse had let him into a share o' dat big ol' feed, and he's had dat feed anyhow. He ain't a gun, to leave no ol' chummy like dat. Well, is he, I's pretty rocky myself, but if you manage to get onto my back, I tink I'll get you home some ways. You looks mighty bad, oh, Jackalse, and he screw his face up like he want to groan, but dat's to hide de chuckle. And yet I'll haddo get carried somehow. Up you come den, and say no more about it, oh, Wolf. Well, dey got him up on his back otter a turble struggle, and oh, Wolf he stuck to it and gin to knock off de lengths towards home. But oh, Jackalse he's yust dat tickle wid hisif he can keep it in. He ha, to sing it out, dis de funniest ever you found, for de sick he carry de sound, works on a fool to a trick, for de sound, he ride de sick. What's dat? Oh, Wolf, stoppin' like he's ready to row him down. Oh, oh, Jackalse, I only sing something. It's good when de one dat sound, don't mind to carry de sick. Right, oh, Wolf. But I taught it sound, like something else. Den he go on agin. Well, he go on and on, carryin' oh, Jackalse, till day comes nigh home, and oh, Jackalse he can hold in no longer for fear to laugh in his inside'll boost him tryin' to get out. He yust ha, to get down and dance, and he gies one high ol' kick and a yump, and over go oh, Wolf on his head, and den derry skellum he's a prancin' and a dancin' all round him, wid de same ol' song a goin'. It's de funniest ever you found. When de sick he carry de sound, it never was done before dat de well he ride de sore. Oh, Wolf he want to get up and yust fight and bite, but what wid de bashin he had in de crawl, and de fashion he had carryin' derry oh, Jackalse, he's too fair gone in to get up agin. But ony wait till I get hold o' you agin, says he, dat's all. Yes, yust wait, says oh, Jackalse a chucklin'. And ended the old Hottentot, as fur as I can make out, 'e's been a waitin' ever since. Leastaways, I don't hear yet as he's ever done it. And de bettin's all de oder way till now. Quote. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.